planes all the time. Planes. So all you hear going over is planes. Good morning and welcome to part 3 of Can a Gas Engineer and his wife build a carport? Just using information gained from YouTube. So today is Wednesday and it's my son Thomas's birthday. Happy birthday, son. See you tonight for a nice scran. Anyway, let's get on with it because we're going out tonight at 6. So we're going to get all these posts concreted in. Let's get on with it then. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I will leave links in the description below. But so far in the build, we've had to cut a tree down. We got our local farmer Joe to grind the stump out for us. We had to cut the bushes back. However, Timber delivered all the wood for us. We had to dig some holes. And even more holes. So that's what we've been up to in parts 1 and 2. Again, I will leave a link in the description below. So let's get on with part 3 finally. No Charlotte this morning. She's going having her nails done. But don't worry, she'll be back soon, mixing concrete. So it's just me and Rosie. Now I'm going to be doing the back 3 posts first, see how I get on with those, and then probably do the other 3 tomorrow. Now in the last video I said I had an idea to overcome the problem of only being able to dig 15 inches on this back wall, we'll say. So I went to Toolstation, spent 100 quid on these things. So the idea is I'm going to put that on there, and then this will give me a bigger surface area to anchor to the ground. I don't know whether it'll work or not. What do you think? Put in the comments if you think I'm wasted 100 quid. But obviously I'm not going to be bolting it down, I'm just going to use this bigger surface area to hold in the concrete. So I'm going to put a bit of concrete in the hole first, and then I'm going to put the post in, and then I'm going to put the concrete on top. But first job is, because of these little bits sticking up here, I'm going to have to batter these onto the posts. Now what I've done is put a piece of wood against the garage wall here. Just going to tap this on. I'm using this piece of wood and batter it on. And I can see from the gap here that it goes all the way to the bottom. And the screw holes here. So make sure it's square. And then I'm going to secure it with 4 screws. Two more to do for that end, so let's get on with it. So this is a setup, what I'm thinking of, to make sure I get the posts in the right place. So started with my middle post, because it's where the bushes are, and I've bought 2 of these post levels, which seem to be the same readings, so that's good. So I'm just going to make sure, kind of dry fit everything first, to make sure everything fits, and then I'll get some concrete in the bottom, put them back in again, and then concrete away. Well, that's the plan anyway. That was the hardest thing I've done ever in the history of doing things. And my wife's just come back from having her nails done just as I'd finished, but we've managed to check it all and measure it, and these are in position. All we're going to do now is mix the concrete, get it poured into the holes, and hopefully this rain what's supposed to be coming doesn't happen. Planes every time. Now my brother-in-law buys my wife a chainsaw, so I've bought my wife a cement mixer to make it easier for her when she's mixing the concrete. She's just had a go at me because I put it on the stand. Anyway, hopefully this rain ain't going to happen because it just had a little bit of a shower, because that will mess it up. Let's get making some concrete. Now when it comes to choosing the stone for your concrete, which one do you choose? Do you choose limestone chip-ins or do you pick gravel? And what size do you pick? Well, really, for what I'm using it for, it doesn't really matter. So, go for the cheapest. Now, 10mm gravel is £4.40 a bag. And so is the 20mm gravel for some reason, £4.40 for a bag. And the 10mm limestone chip-ins are £7.60 a bag. But, do we go for 10mm or do we go for 20mm gravel? Well, again, if you want a stronger concrete, you would go for the 20mm. But again, it doesn't matter. We're going for the cheapest. So I have purchased 6 bags of the 10mm gravel. Now when it comes to cement, which one do we choose? Now this Blue Circle Master Cement, or do we choose this General Purpose Cement? Well, the Mastercrete is £7.70 and the All General Purpose one is £6.35. So again, for what we're using it for, we're going for the cheapest one, but I'm going to show you a trick with this bag, so I'll show you that in a bit. So we're going to go for this one. So again, which sand do we use? Do we use sharp sand or do we use building sand? Well, again, for the concrete I'm making, doesn't really matter. We go for the cheapest one, but at B&Q they're the same price. But I like to make my concrete with building sand. It's just wetter and I think it's better. But yes, you can use sharp sand, and they do say in some applications for concrete sharp sand is better. But I've got building sand. Now the correct mixture according to YouTube for concrete is 3 stone, 2 sand, 1 cement. We're going to mix half of that at first, so I'm going to put 1.5 bags of stone in, full bag of sand and half a bag of cement, and we'll see. That'll be a gauge how much we actually get in the mixer. Now I want a bit of a sloppy mix, don't want it too dry. It's looking pretty good. Now it looks like it's cooked enough, and if I'd listened to my wife, put it on the stand, I could have just tipped it in the barrel. So now I'm going to have to get it out with the spade. Maybe I should listen to my wife. Always make sure you clean your cement mixer, even if you think you're going to be using it again. that whiz around for a bit, then we'll go and tip it out. Now, how to get the perfect half bag of cement, if that's what's required. First of all, I've laid it on a plastic bag. So just get your foot, squash it down, let it compact a bit. Get yourself a nice sharp Stanley knife, guesstimate the middle, which should be where the blue line is, and then cut that the way through the bag. Then lift it up. The bag's wet. I wonder why the bag's wet. Anyway, we've now got two perfect halves of a bag of cement. I'm just going to check and make sure it's still plump. Beautiful that way, beautiful that way. So now I can start chucking some concrete in. Use my trowel, get it round the back. So that's the first hole nearly full, and that's how much that one concrete mixer full of concrete made. So that's one down, two to go. Once my wife has finished winding up the dog with the hose pipe, we need to get on with it and finish off concreting the other two posts in before this rain comes. I like the mixer. Make sure you wash your tools off. It's raining, and according to the weather forecast, it's going to rain now for the next 4 hours. So it's put a stop to today's play, but all three posts are concreted in now. Well, nearly. Finish them off tomorrow, and then we can start on this side. So catch you in the morning. Absolutely chucking it down. Hopefully that's not going to ruin my concrete. The Romans did invent it to set under the water though, didn't they? Morning! Thursday. Sun is out at the moment, but they say it's going to rain again like it did yesterday. So, got to get these 3 posts in today, finishing concrete and everything. Let's get on with it. I've just managed to get the 3 posts in position, and big black clouds, and it started to rain. Time for lunch, I guess. So now the rain's finally stopped again. I've managed to get the damp-proof course around each one of the bottom of the post and filled up the holes now with the concrete. What I'm going to do now is put some stones around there to blend it all in, and job should be a good one for now. Again, starting to rain. Now, the front 3 posts are all concreted in. We've moved all the wood because we're going to the Isle of Wight tomorrow until Monday, so Friday to Monday for more work. You'll know what that's all about soon. And hopefully Farmer Joe is going to come and level this off for us while we're away. If he doesn't, I'm going to just hire a mini digger because he's very unreliable. He's amazing, but unreliable. He's too busy farming, he says. Anyway, hopefully you've liked this video, and I'll catch you in part 4, I think. See you then.